One other thing before you head off then. Roll me an intelligence and wisdom.
Just flat intelligence, flat wisdom.
Yes, since there isn't a memorized type skill. It's not one that makes sense to me.
16 and 14.
Intelligence and wisdom, respectively?
Yeah.
Alright, well, you'll know if the results of those two rolls will matter at all on day 8.
Okay.
You gonna head out now?
Yeah, I'm gonna crash in my bed.
Alright then. See you know.
That's it.
Good night, Noah.
Good night, Noah. Also, since it might, with what he had said, with like, yeah, it'd be nice. Tarus wants to know what it's like to have a house. Again, Unaan's just like, yeah. Considering.
I mean, Unaan's not there with them.
I
But
know. It's just when they get, because they already have the small house for sure, but if they get one of the bigger ones or whatever, and he's like, wow, this is what it's like to just live in a house. He'll be like, yeah, totally.
No, they'd be like, yeah, this is what it's like to live in a small house.
I kind of want to do that now because wow, this is what it's like to be in a house. And then, like you said, Unaan's like, yeah, this is what it's like to be in a small house. I mean, what?
if you're wondering, by the way, the other reward with the house is a bag of holding. But, yeah. Anywho, I need to use the restroom before we continue. So, Unaan's gonna have food and whatnot. He did not see them prepped in the center, probably because there's still probably like 3 hours before that actually takes place. So, he has some time to go. Anyway, I will be right back.
I will also be back.
And back.
Yeah.
Alright, before continuing with Unaan, and before we get to Kaz, what has Karnam and Saandip been talking about along the way to the Monks Guild, which I okay, so there you are.
Eh?
Me?
Saandip and Karnam been talking about anything along the route?
Not that I can think of.
Neither can I, really.
Karnam's more of a responder than someone who brings up actual conversation topics. Unless he, like, needs to. A la, I fucked over some necromancers and they just tried to kill us.
So yeah, until we get to the Monks Guild, I'll be pretty silent.
I mean, I will throw out. Oh yeah, by the way, if it's inside, you might have a bit of a problem. I think it was Haas came with me here the other day and he wasn't able to get in.
It was Kaz.
There's something about a ward on the door?
Did that happen to me with someone else? I don't remember if I was with someone else doing the similar thing happened.
Yeah, that was the Druid Guild, I believe.
Yeah, that seems like a guild protection that some of these places have. I imagine that that's turned off during the competition.
Maybe.
It is. Well, you guys make it over towards the Monks Guild.
Yeah, so this is it. You know, the building with the giant fist.
I mean, I suppose that makes sense.
It's either that or gonna be the Brawlers Guild.
Well, I will see you here. I've got to go do the merchant test first.
Yeah, I have things to deal with up somewhere else too, so...
See ya.
Speaking of the Brawlers Guild, you guys would have passed it and you would have noticed a symbol of a scroll with a fist on it, rather than just being a fist. Because, you know, contract gangsters is what they're called. Good old rivalry between Brawlers Guild and Monks Guild. Alright, well, you guys split here. Karnam, you are heading towards the Thieves Guild, which is all of them, yeah. So, which route are you
I think
taking?
we're both... probably just might as well head that way.
Okay, and Saandip, you are heading which way to get to the Merchant Profession Test?
Since we're mostly down the path, I'll continue, so...
So you guys don't actually split till you get here, then? I imagine this is when you guys actually, say bye and whatnot and see you later?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Jared opening up something in the background? Where's that lamb?
No,
Wasn't
that might have
me.
been me. My hand was in a bag of pistachios.
Ah. Okay, well, Saandip splits off. Carnum, you are heading towards the Thieves Guild. In my case, I was about to put you through a building. I imagine Carnum's following the road.
As long as it makes sense. I mean, I don't think he really has the ability to go over the buildings.
I mean, you can fit between buildings, but I was gonna put you through a building. But it's like, alright,
Is the door open?
For that particular building, yes, it would have opened.
But it's not already open.
Correct.
Yeah, then I'm not going there.
Is Carnum doing anything on the way to the Thieves Guild?
No.
Alright. Is Saandip doing anything along the way to the merchant place?
Nope.
Carnum does note the irony of the sneaky bed being near to the Thieves Guild, though.
Yeah, I've yet to learn about the sneaky bed place, by the way. It may or may not be operated by the Thieves Guild.
I mean, I've seen it, but that's about it.
What? No, I mean like the actual internal operations,
Yeah.
etc. Alright, well, Saandip is on his way over towards the merchant place, and Kaz is already there, presumably looking around, or what is Kaz doing?
What is Kaz doing? Kaz is gonna go to the competition.
Kaz needs to find the competition first.
Cause is the
He's gonna look
competition.
around. Take a note. Should have gotten a better details on where this is specifically being held.
Were you given one of the sheets?
He's gonna look for a gathering. Any gathering of people.
Were you given one of the sheets for the competition list?
Yes.
You might want to look at that, it might tell you exactly where it is. Like I said, it tells you exactly where everything is, except for the Thieves Guild. Alternatively, you could just look around. Either way, you'll find it.
Yeah, Kaz is gonna look for the gathering of people.
Well, since Kaz is in the marketplace, and it's morning, he notices that there's a gathering of people pretty much everywhere.
Alright then, he's gonna look at the paper.
You can keep looking without looking at the paper, you just need to be a bit more specific. But if you choose to look at the paper, it tells you that it is across the way of the Adventurers Guild, between the Reading Voyage and the Kind Drape, and a small field-like area near the ocean.
Kaz is gonna keep wandering, brushing past people, you know.
Wait, did you say
Apologizing
rushing
when
or
he does.
brushing?
Brushing.
Still
Like,
wasn't clear enough.
It's crowded. The crowded marketplace. And he's apologizing. He's like, oh, excuse me, you know, pardon me. I seem to have a competition to get to.
No, Jared, if you're not already, continue moving your piece towards this area. So, Kaz at this point is able to see the Adventurers Guild off in the distance. Oh, wait, he doesn't have it. Never mind. You're not able to see the Adventurers Guild. God damn it.
60 feet.
Kaz should know that he's near the Adventurers Guild at least. So, yeah, at least going to start looking for the Kind Drape and Reading Voyage, because I don't think he's been at either place.
Yes. He's gonna be looking at the signs at this point. He knows generally where the Adventurers Guild is, you know, high intelligence and all that, and
Having been there,
mine. I've been near there.
you've been there.
And been there. Yeah, he knows where that's at.
Well, reading signs along the way, you see the wishing knife, the glittering mug, and a few places apparently without a name. I assume you're going to keep traveling down the road?
Yep.
Following?
What? Whoa? Hello? What happened there?
Hitbox with the Adventurers Guild, because your
No.
camera's at an angle, I'm sure.
No, that was me, actually.
Oh.
I was clicking to see if someone might have actually accidentally put the names in the description, and I accidentally clicked on Kaz. And that made him go flying.
That's weird. I can definitely see the Kind Drape now.
Yeah, you're able to see the Kind Drape at this point. So, you realize you're pretty damn close?
Yep.
And at that point, you're able to notice the Reading Voyage.
Alrighty. So the field placed between, so Kaz is gonna head, like...
And upon getting to that point, you notice that there is a bunch of people gathered, and a opened area that has been mostly roped off. You want to take note
Kaz
at
is
all
gonna
what's
tap
inside?
on... Yeah, he's gonna take a look.
I was going to take a look.
With his mind.
Inside the roped off area is a bunch of tables with very few and select items on them. Presuming that your character is smart enough, and I would imagine he is, you could probably infer that the items that are on these tables already laid out are probably what you are going to be trying to either sell or buy or both, or by talking to other people.
Oh, neat. He was going to tap on somebody's shoulder and ask if this was the merchant's test, but this more than confirms it. He's well versed that he's in the right location.
By the way, has Saandip been not taking the road?
Just in this last section, since it's like straight across from the from that intersection.
Yeah, okay. Having cut through there, by the way, you noticed some small campfires that were set, presumably from nearby residents and whatnot. You know, just for nighttime stuff. But nothing currently really active back there. Alright, Saandip has shown up then. What has Kaz been doing for the past, I don't know, 5-10 minutes? It's been chilling?
Just talking with a patron, probably one of the people who were willing to actually stop and listen to him and discuss, you know.
Alright, does Saandip seek out Kaz, or...?
I mean, I won't I'll be looking around, and if I see him, I'll probably walk towards him. But mostly I'm just observing how everything is set up.
Same thing to you then, as I told Tate a moment ago. You notice the tables and stuff on the tables, and presuming your character is smart enough, you're able to kind of infer that you probably will be selling or buying these items. And go ahead and roll me perception.
Wait, who rolled?
What was the
7
was the
on
cough
a
intended?
natural 1.
Let's see about the cough. Okay. Well, you don't notice Kaz then. Roll me another perception.
15.
Never mind that. Does Kaz try to find Saandip after a bit? Or is he gonna continue talking to people?
He's most likely going to continue talking to people, but at the same time, he's probably going to run into Saandip. Excuse me. He's Sands now. Upon seeing Sands, he's going to go up to him. Oh, hello, Saandip. Please don't flash my lights, Jared.
No, I was trying to look through my background to see who was calling me Sandy.
Oh,
hey,
I didn't call him
missed you.
Sandy. I said Saandip.
No, but you almost did.
He's Sands.
So, figure anything out?
Well, as far as I can tell, we're going to be purveying the goods here in various ways, you know, peddling and whatnot, maybe selling. I'm not too sure how the competition is going. They haven't announced anything yet.
Do any of the tables seem to have, like, salt or spices on them?
Yes, each one has a wide variety of items on them.
Okay, because I did bring my silver merchant scales with me.
I did as well. Well, mine aren't silver, but they're enchanted.
So wait, Jared, did you actually respond to Tate? For finding you and whatnot? Or
I thought I did?
did he actually end one?
He did. Yeah, he asked me, find anything out?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Hear anything? And I responded with, they haven't announced anything yet, but it seems like we're going to be peddling our goods there on each of the tables. Just by curious observation.
My brain somehow temporarily skipped that entire bit of dialogue.
Probably because I was talking in Kaz's voice, and it's become so...
Well, like, I'm also trying to actually set up the fucking test. Mentally in my head. But, a few moments go by, and... Damn coughing. I blame Lamb. A few moments go by.
What?
Damn it, Lamb. A few moments go by, and a small male gnome stands up on a podium, announcing that anyone who is going to be taking part in this test to please gather inside the area, and for those that are going to be assisting us today, please gather in here as well. Does Kaz and Saandip hear this?
Yes. Yep, he's gonna step in.
I will follow.
Once it looks like everyone has gathered in that will be either partaking in this test or assisting in this test, the guy announces, everyone that is assisting for this test, please step off to the right-hand side. You'll get your instructions on what you need to be doing from her. Points to his right to someone else. For those that are actually taking place in this test, let me go ahead and explain it. The tables that you guys see before you contains a wide spread of items ranging anywhere from spices to foods to small weaponry and small pieces of leather armor. Each table has 10 items in total, and your goal is to sell it for as much as you possibly can to the people that are actually coming up to your table. Now, these people that are coming to your table, they are compensated fairly well for actually being here to assist us, and technically they have no limit on how much they can actually buy your stuff for, but no real money is actually being exchanged. So do keep that in mind. That said, those people are going to have various, let's call it tolerances, for, well, in essence, bullshit. So, yeah. Some of them may be more difficult of a customer than you may think. That said, feel free to head out to a table, and once all of the assistant people here that have come to volunteer are through what they need to be doing and what exactly they're going to be buying, we will begin the competition. So feel free to find a table that's open, and if there's not enough tables, we'll get some more out here. Don't really need
Best of luck, Saandip.
You too. You too.
You too.
I think we should,
You
I
too?
think we should at least keep our tables somewhat together, but, you know, we're not obviously not authorized to help each other. We'll be stiff competition.
I'm not as
But-
worried about that.
We can abuse that. I mean, if everybody's our competition and we know each other a little bit more, we can generally, you know, have a good fashioned civil war of goods, general goods, as they say.
I mean, I'm just gonna find a table, so if you want to do that, go ahead.
Quite right. He's gonna follow Saandip and I guess try and find two tables at least somewhat near each other.
Alright.
Alright.
Yeah, chill.
I'm just here listening to Heroes 3.
Alright, upon you guys getting to your tables, which are relatively close, but close at a diagonal. On closer inspection, if you guys were to take a look at the table, there is a pound of sugar, loaf of bread, 1 jar of jam, apple, a leather coif, a knife set, some fishing rod, a fishing rod and tackle, a small tent, a few torches, star charts, and a dagger. List of that is a mole if you're interested. Before the competition begins, does anyone want to appraise those items? It is part of being a merchant, after all.
Of course, of course.
Yeah, I'll check out the. I'll kind of sort out the table how I want to display it, and then I'll also, while I'm doing that, check out the sugar coif and daggers, or dagger.
Sugar, coif, and daggers. Sugar, coif. I know there's meant to be a comma in there, but the way you said it just sounded like there was no comma. So it's just a coif made of sugar.
Sugar coif.
You just dunk your head in water and then dunk your head in sugar.
More or less. Would not be very protective.
Kaz is gonna put out his merchant scale. And as for what he's doing with it, well, it's pretty self-explanatory. He's going to appraise it. After he's done praising his merchant scale, he's going to actually appraise the items.
Okay, good for cause.
Ah, my eyes.
By the way, to make things simpler for this, so we don't have to go back and forth between you two, It's gonna be like the same customer, aka me, going up to one of you at a time, quote unquote, to buy a particular item first. And essentially you have to make your point on what how much you actually want to sell it for and for whatnot first, then the other person will. Then I'll make my response, and then, you know, do the haggling that way. Instead of just like going through all 10 items with Jared first, and then all 10 items with Kaz or whatever. We're not going through all 10 items, by the way. A few of those will just be rolls only. So yes, essentially you're trying to sell these items to me, as if I was a person in the world. But as you guys set up your table as you want it, or at least in Jared's case, I don't know about Tate, the assistants that volunteered to come out to help today have all been given their instructions on what they should be buying and doing, and you know roughly how they should act. And the guy, the fucking gnome, whose race I can never remember off the top of my head for some reason, announces to everyone, hopefully you all have taken a table that you are happy with, because the assistants have been taught / told what they need to be done, or what they need to do. That was terrible English on my part. So we are ready to begin the competition. How long this competition takes is entirely up to the people that are assisting us today, as well as your guys' ability to haggle. We intend on cutting off any and all haggling by midday. So at best you guys have 5 hours. I don't... How is it? Yeah, let's go with 5 hours. Let's say it's like 7. I can't imagine it taking a lot of you that much time to actually sell your products, considering the people here that are assisting have the sole purpose of buying them. But we shall see. So, shall we begin? Kind of looks around to see if everyone's nodding or cheering or going yeah or whatever. Is Kaz and Saandip doing anything?
Kaz is just getting ready, but he nods.
I will notice others nodding and just kind of nod along.
Well, with you guys nodding, and other people, you know, doing the stuff I just said, he goes, well, in that case then, let us begin.
By the way, Cal, did we need to make appraise rolls before?
You guys should know roughly the price of most of this stuff, outside of maybe the star charts.
Okay.
If you want to do an appraise on that, feel free.
I would love to.
Like, Tate, I can see your character not knowing what the fuck stars are, considering, you know, can't see beyond 60 feet.
Yeah.
Saandip
Listen,
might
we have
know...
stories of stars.
Well, Saandip might know what star charts are used for and how much they might be worth, considering his race. But I'm not entirely sure on that. It depends on his backstory.
I did hang out with sailors in my backstory.
So, yeah, you would have a rough idea, at least, of what star charts are worth. Maybe not these ones in particular.
If it means anything, I got 19 for appraising the star chart.
Ah, well, you'll know the star charts based on the quality and whatnot, and maybe you've been told or overheard something in the past. You know that you know that they are worth roughly 200 gold.
Got a 25.
For appraising star charts?
Yeah.
Well, Saandip then would know that these star charts are worth exactly 200 gold. And that they also weigh half a pound.
I countered my earlier one for trying to spot, so now I have rolled the 20 on that one.
Which means you have an averaged a 10. Technically 10.5, but halves don't matter in D&D.
So what were the items?
You know the item list that I told you that was in mobile?
Yeah.
Who is rolling stuff?
I was setting up some dice to prepare for the competition.
Yep, same.
What is your guys' skills in Profession Merchant?
6.
7.
Alright. Well, the assistants are starting to go around. And one of them comes up to Saandip's table and goes... So I see you have a small tent looking to buy. Do you have a price in mind for it?
Why, yes.
Wondering a small tent normally goes for 10 gold.
Jared, don't forget you have to do the car salesman slap the tent with your hand first.
You said 10 gold, Cal?
For this craftsmanship, are you looking for camping in this area?
Oh, camping in this area, and I don't know, we thought about heading out to Kordzora to check out some of the scenery there.
Well, I think this will fit what you need, so I'd say 11 gold.
Alright, technically the same person then goes up to Kaz, kind of doing the same spiel. So Kaz is able to introduce his starting price.
Was that for the tent?
Oh my god, yes.
I just wanted to make sure. I didn't know if you picked a random item or something.
Hey, I said we were going to be doing the same item for both of you and just kind of go from both of you. That way, y'all can actually come up with some thought on what you're going to say.
I will say,
Yeah.
when you first said small tent, I was thinking about the setup that I had for selling things and not the item itself.
Nope. The actual items itself.
Well, good evening, sir. Yes, this small tent is a perfect, great addition to any adventure around this area. And it starts with a nice tentative price of 11 gold. And 14 gold. Not 11. Hold on. It starts at a tentative price of 10 gold and 99 silver. Or we can just make it 11.
Yeah, Tate, assume that Kaz cannot hear what Saandip has said. Don't let that influence.
Okay. Well, that influenced that first one. Okay. So 10 gold, 50 silver. I gotta go with my original.
Wait, you've changed prices like 4 times now.
My first thought was 10 gold, 50 silver. I'm gonna stick to it. Not hearing Saandip's. Since we can't,
Yeah, there's way too much talking and whatnot going on for you to be able to hear much outside of your immediate vicinity. Like, this is kind of set up as a straight-up bazaar of sorts with, hundreds of people talking at the same time. You're not hearing much. Well, the person in response to Saandip's price goes, that seems a bit high. I know I've seen some other people around here sell it for, less. Would you, consider bringing down the price any? Or are you fairly firm on 11?
I mean, I'm not unreasonable, but I'd still like to keep it somewhat close to that.
How close are we talking? I'm thinking 8 gold? Seems kind of close to me, at least.
I think the lowest I could do would be 9.
Well, just straight up drop in the price, not even trying to go higher. A similar thing is then said to you, Kaz.
Oh, a tent of this quality, though. I mean, it may seem like a regular tent. I wouldn't go as low as 8, per se. However, I can bargain with you at a solid 9 gold and possibly 50 silver.
Alright, well, responding to Kaz's counter offer, 9 gold, 50 silver just seems wrong to me. I don't normally like dealing with silver. And, can we just make it 8?
Well, you are right. Carrying around that much silver seems to be a little strange. So, 9 seems about an appropriate price then.
Carrying around that much silver seems strange. Fuck, I carry around 94 silver.
We're not all adventurers.
Technically, y'all aren't adventurers.
I was gonna
Not
say,
yet.
technically, we're not adventurers, and technically, I'd be willing to bet most of the world is not carrying around stacks full of gold.
In this town, they're more likely to be carrying gold than you may think.
Well, in this town, but I mean, I said in the world.
Yeah, the world, not so much.
Right. Otherwise, copper and silver is technically useless if anyone and everyone only deals with gold.
Alright, in response to your counter offer, Saandip, they go, well, 9 gold actually seems pretty good. So, give yourself a deal.
Sounds like a deal to me. I reach out with both the tent and a hand to shake.
How are you lifting up a 20-pound item with one hand and to shake a hand that's also... what? I get your intention, but I'm not sure you can do that with a small tent.
I forgot how heavy their tents are. I'm used to an actual tent.
One that doesn't weigh 20 pounds?
Yeah. A modern tent that's not made with, like, friggin' canvas or leather or whatever the heck these are.
It actually doesn't say what it's made out of. But yeah, the canvas tents and whatnot, back in this age, are heavy. Well,
So then, yeah, I'll slide it forward on the table and shake his hand on the deal.
they shake hands with you, and upon grabbing the table, they actually put it underneath your table and goes, well, since that's been purchased, we've actually been told to let you guys know that we were told to just put the sold item underneath the table. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
he hands you what appears to be 9 gold, though, after the handshake. If you inspect it at all, you'll realize that it's not real gold, but something to look like the currency, but obviously not close enough to be a counterfeit.
I was just gonna set it off to my side somewhere so that it's separate from my actual gold.
That's fine. For Kaz, a similar agreement has been made, going, well, 9 gold seems fine. I was really hoping for the 8, but you've come down a couple gold, so that sounds good to me.
It was a pleasure doing business with you. Kaz hands him the 10. After taking the gold, of course. Always take the gold before you hand the product.
In this particular test, it does not matter.
Yeah, it's a sign of a good merchant, though.
It's a sign of a merchant who doesn't trust their customers.
It's a cashier system. What do you expect?
Both of you go ahead and roll me 2 profession merchant checks, please. Separate rolls.
Holy hell.
Well, on that, Tate, what'd you get for your rolls?
Alright, cool. Well, I got a nat 20, making it a 27, and then a 6, making it a 13.
Jared?
23 and 20.
Alright, well, you guys have sold off the knife set and the few torches with those rolls. After a few more minutes go by of, people doing stuff or whatever, chatting with you, maybe one person comes up and goes, hey, do you have a small tent? And kind of looks at your table, realizes it doesn't exist, and goes, oh, sorry, and walks away. A person comes up looking to buy the fishing rod and tackle. Might even call this a fishing kit, by the way. Speaking of, a fishing kit that normally contains all of this cost 5 silver. Normally. So, Kaz, you're up first. So, I'm looking to buy some tackle with a fishing rod, and I see you have it. Willing to pay 2 silver for it.
I mean, fishing sets are fairly common around. Oh, you said cause. My brain.
It's okay, Jade. Well, that's a bit of a steep angle in that price there. I am willing to do, how about 4 silver? It's a good kit. It's pretty solid, well built.
Now, Saandip.
I mean, fishing is fairly common around here, so the price is kind of set at 5. I could probably do 4.
God damn it, Lamb. Alright, well, in response to Kaz, we're not liking 4 silver. How about a silver and a half? Yes, he went down. Or they went down.
I definitely couldn't do that one. That's a little bit of a, I've got a little bit of a venture when it comes to the, this kit here. I could cut you a deal and make it a nice 3 gold and 50 silver, but that's about the best I can do. Sorry for my puns. Every last one of them, but I'm not.
You're not selling this for 3 gold.
Oh yeah, 3 silver, 50 copper. Sorry.
I was gonna say.
I heard you
wait.
want 1 silver. How about gold?
3 silver, 50 copper.
1 platinum, that's my final price. What?
A similar thing is also said to you, Saandip.
I mean, if these were used, I might be able to go that low, but with this, I can't go any lower than maybe 3 silver and some copper, whatever you can offer.
Didn't think I would have to write this
I
down
said
as
gold
3
again,
silver
didn't
and... No, you didn't.
Okay, never mind.
But I didn't think I would have had to write down 3 silver, question mark, copper. Well, in response to you, Saandip, you know, a lot of these items are very common, though. I could easily try to find it elsewhere in town for 2 silver. Easily.
Like I said, if they were used, I would agree with you, but fishing is fairly common, so the price for these is fairly set.
Wanna roll me a professional merchant?
No, not really. I got 10.
Uh-huh. I said 3 silver. Is the counter over?
I guess I can do 3 silver.
That was a question.
You offered to Tate first, and it was...
Well, I went
You went
2,
down
1.5, and then I believe I just said 3. I don't know why my brain just blanked that out, though.
I think mine blanked that out too.
Anybody able to confirm if I said 3?
Not sure.
Apparently we all just kind of shut off.
Apparently. Apparently. Anyway, let's assume I said 3. Going back over to Kaz to make a counter offer. So, you know, similar thing was said. You know, I would best I'd be doing is 3. Find this anywhere probably for that much. It's common.
That's a very vested interest and very, very true. However, it is fishing, and fishing is it's a very prideful sport. And fishermen are very peculiar when it comes to their prices, so 3 silver, 50 copper, that's a good deal. Especially when it comes to other places when the prices are mostly going to be set.
So you're not budging off of 3 silver, 50 copper?
Nope.
Alright, Saandip was going to do 3 silver?
Yeah.
Well, upon you presuming to say that 3 silver is fine, of which I assume Saandip does, I blame Lamb. Fucking combining goddamn Saandip and Kaz.
Yay! I broke things.
What also doesn't help Lamb that I moved the window so I could actually see the fucking text, so like I glanced at it as I was saying Saandip and the brain was just like Kaz. Say Kaz instead, really. Anyway, Saandip agrees to 3 silver. And or at least, you know, mentions it as a price, and price is agreed upon for the fishing rod and tackle. Back over to Kaz, who is not budging. To which the person says, if you don't want to budge off that 3 silver 50 copper, I'm not sure I want to actually buy from you then. Hey, roll professional merchant.
Tate, sell them on how you need this money to feed your kids.
16.
All of this fake money.
No, he needs glasses.
16? Alright, feel free to do your response then.
Not as lovely as it would be. Unfortunately, I can't really drop it anymore. As I've mentioned, there's a little bit of a vested interest in this kid. I got it from, well, let's just say I got it from a very peculiar person. I can guarantee it's very well crafted.
Yeah, anything more?
That's what I know of.
Well, the person responds, going, so no liking that 3 silver 50 copper, but I'd be willing to increase the price. I'm willing to ask, we're willing to pay for it up to 3 silver 10.
You drive a hard bargain, sir, but it's sold. Hook, line, and sinker, sir.
That one was intentional. That was obviously
Yes,
intentional.
it was. It was.
I don't know whether to buzz him because I can't buzz Kaz.
And before Jared finds a way to do it in character.
I could come up with something.
Same.
He
Alright.
shakes the man's hand and then hands him the fishing rod to tackle.
You know, another thing that is kind of awkward to hold both a tackle box and a fishing rod at the same time. Right, at least this
fisherman.
doesn't weigh 20 pounds.
I grew up around family. It's not too hard if you can figure it out. I suppose it should count that his cost is different, though. He probably shakes his hand, then hands him the items. Who did that? Bring my dice back.
Why is your dice purple?
That's how they spawn in.
No,
How
they
they've
don't.
always spawned in. Yeah, that's how they spawn in for me.
Spawn one in? It's white to me.
Purple to me.
Purple to me.
I have VODs. It's always been purple. It's always been Wanger's Gym.
The spawn code checks to see what color is assigned to the thing, and that is how it gets its color. So it's assigning it to
It's
white.
always been
I know at
Wanger's
one
Gym.
point I did click on his D20.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
Right, fair.
Oh, look, I'm clicking on the D20. Hey, click on the D20. The fucking button. Yeah, that one's spawned in white to me.
Purple.
Yeah, it's purple.
Purple.
I just blame the game. All I can say. On that note, though, both of you roll me 5 professional merchant checks. All separated, of course. And out of the remaining items, which is the 1 pound of sugar, loaf of bread, jar of jam, leather coif, star charts, and dagger, you two need to decide which ones that those rolls are going to apply to. So there's 1 left for you guys to sell.
What was the next thing? The...
Out of the 6 remaining items that you guys have yet to sell, pick 5 to have sold with those rolls, and you both need to agree on what those 5 rolls are for.
So me and Jared both have to agree on the 5 items.
Yes. So, you know, if there's something there that seems harder to sell than another thing, or you think something's gonna be, like, I don't know, too easy to try to sell, or just not worth the effort to haggle at all, those would be the kind of things that you would sign the roll for.
So we didn't do a roll for the tent, right?
The
Because then you
first
had us do 2 rolls that were the
knife set and the torches.
Torches.
So the first 4 and the last 2 have not been sold.
Alright, Jared. Here's my 5. Sugar bread, torch, jam, coif.
See torch?
Yeah.
That's already been sold.
Why'd you
Oh.
just say the item that you have remaining?
Yeah, it's pretty much what you guys need to decide on, which item and what
So basically, you're
what we
saying leaving the star chart for last. I can agree to that.
Yep.
Well, coincidentally, that's the item I was actually going to leave as a unsold item. But, alright, you guys agree on it, it's fine. So, Tate, what are your 5 rolls? And no, you do not get to assign the rolls per item.
Yep, I'm only going from left to right. 16, 12, 18, 24, and 14.
And Jared?
20, 12, 24, 12, 13.
2 really high rolls, and the other 3 is average. Well, above average, but essentially average. Alright, that leaves the star charts. A person in what appears to be a sailor's outfit, perhaps intentionally done or not, who knows, comes up to Saandip's table and goes, "Hey there, not lassie, what's the other term? Lad? Lad.
Yeah, lad.
Hey there, lad. Looking for some star charts? For the open seas around here?"
Yes, we have some pretty good star charts right here.
You think they'd help in me looking for a whale?
They would help you navigate the seas. Knowing the whale, you'd have to know the waters better than the skies. But once you know where they are, this will definitely get you there.
Alright, well, how much are you looking to sell them for, lad?
Having looked over these, I could say 205 gold.
Alright, similar thing has been said to Kaz as well. What is Kaz going to be attempting to sell it for then?
Kaz is gonna attempt to probably sell it for 250. You're good star charts.
You want to try to sell that price a bit more?
Yeah.
So explain your pricing to the guy. I mean, obviously you don't, you know, like, these are actually worth 200 gold, but, you know, I'm trying to sell them for 250.
Yeah. I see you're a man of culture, of the open seas, a great person. I do have these star charts for you. They'll help you hunt down the whales once you've navigated the open seas well. I've got a little bit of a family history in the open waters myself. These star charts were given to me. They're crafted with very precise instruments, and the ink, well, you wouldn't want to get it wet still. It's still ink and all, but, you know, nothing a sailor of renown wouldn't be able to handle. These are very well kept and crafted, though.
Alright, well, to both of your guys' offering of prices, the guy responds with, "Oh, that sounds just fine to me. I'm looking after a great white whale, and regardless of how much you lad wishes to charge me, I'm going to get more than that off the whale." Yes, that means he actually bought it for the initial price offered of 205 gold from Saandip and 250 gold off of Kaz.
Kaz hands the man the star chart, and at the same time he shakes his other hand. "Well, I hope you have an excellent time, and I hope you find the best of luck finding this whale of yours."
I hand it over. I'm sure you'll catch him this time.
Well, I see Jared picked up on it.
Well, it's also the second time I've met him, I think.
Oh yeah, he was there for, yeah. I know you have met him. He wasn't ever given a name, has he? I know, he was just a bystander you were talking to.
Tay, I'm moderately disappointed in you that your pun was only a singular pun.
Well,
I'm just disappointed that there was a pun.
Because he said, "Whale, I hope." The proper ending would have been, "Whale, I hope you have a fantastic time. I can't wait to hear the tale." But no, there was those follow-up pun. So it was like, wow. Disappointed by puns and disappointed by the pun not even being a fantastic pun.
Well, Kaz isn't necessarily a punsmith, so I'm toning my puns back hard. Trust me, I had a million of them in my head as soon as I started thinking of whale. Such as the captain is a grizzled old man.
Anyway.
Hamburgers, whale vomit.
Just to double check, Jared, you said your merchant bonus for the professional merchant was 7?
6. His is one higher than mine.
Ah, okay, I had those numbers switched around. Not that it really matters who was actually assigned to it, but, okay. Matters for the NPC rules. Also, Tate, have you won a competition?
I don't think I have, no.
I don't think he's won a single one. All the ones that he's been in have been either he lost or one of the other party members was in it and we won. Like 2 of them he was in, I won.
Uh-huh. Well, based on what I just rolled for the
he's treated a
NPCs...
couple of them. Oh, sorry.
Based on what I just rolled for the NPCs, Tate, you will have won your first contest in this campaign.
Ooh.